how epic is the showdown that's about to go down at Rogue? That's the thing. Tia coming back, Laura having a chip on her shoulder, trying to defend and rightfully justify her title as fittest on earth, right? Like, she's feeling all that. Oh, I just can't. Roman, Jeff, come on.
Let me ask you this then. People just keep saying to me, so on one hand, I'm hearing Tia's just coming to see what she needs to work on for the games. And then other people are like, dude, you're an idiot. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you never played sports, did you? I'm like, I ate cookies at home. They're like, she ain't coming back except to eat women and children and tear down. It's like, that's a champion. She doesn't do anything to test anything. She's going to come out there breathing fire. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. I agree with it. Go listen to the Talking Elite Fitness podcast. She says, when I compete, I have a job to do, and it's to win. So she perceives this. She's on a different level, man. And you can't say that unless you've won multiple titles, right? But
I can't even fathom her.
Right. So she shows up for one thing. It's not to compete. It's not to learn. It's to win. That's her job. And she identifies that as her job. So will she learn? Absolutely. But will she be there to learn and experience? No, not at all. She'll be there to win that large purse and to take home, first place. She didn't get to compete last year, right? She sat out.
Yeah.
So Laura took it. She watched Laura win the CrossFit Games. Oh, she ain't showing up just to knock off the rust.
And Laura's as fierce as they come.
Absolutely she is, which only leads me to believe that we are going to see one of the greatest matchups, like getting the best out of these women. Now, I know Tia still hasn't had the time to really be at the peak of her physical prowess, but from a psychological and an emotional standpoint, these women are going to be tuned in, like top level, tuned in, given all they got all the time, because the way Laura is wired, and I'm just looking from the outside in, man. She don't hop on no podcasts I don't see her hopping on all kinds of podcasts right here. Like, have you had her on an episode yet?
I had her on once, and then when I text her again to see if she'd come on again, she goes, who is this? She said, how did you get my number?
There you go.
That's how she responds. I'm like, Laura, will you come on my podcast? How did you get my number?
I love it. But I think that says a lot about her focus and her tenacity. And you see it. Yeah. You see it on social media. You see it on the competition floor. Yeah. She's going to have a chip on her shoulder, man. She's the fittest woman in the world, and rightly so. Like, she earned that title. But for her personally, do you think that she really owns that with Tia's absence? Like, I think she wants an opportunity to prove it.
Yeah.
With everybody out there.
Yeah. No matter whether she's scared or not scared, she's completely embraced the moment. She's ready to just throw a brick on the gas pedal and ram Tia as hard as she can. Yeah,
just like a true champ should. Yep, that's right.
Two Rams are gonna battle. Who do you think wins?
I'm gonna leave that. Up in the air.
I think Laura wins. I think Laura wins, and it goes into the games as I think we get two of the biggest showdowns in the history of. No, not two of the biggest. The two biggest showdowns in the history of the sport. This row will be the biggest showdown. I think you're right. I don't think that's hyperbole. This is the biggest showdown ever, and I think at the games we'll get the other one. Why can't you tell me who you pick? Because you think it's unprofessional because you're the commentator?
I think so. Yeah. I think that it's better for me to cover it with a neutral perspective. Now, I'll tell you who I think is favored in every test. I'll tell you who I think, once information comes out, I'll make like, hey, so-and-so should do good here and so-and-so should not do good here. But from a covering perspective, I'll save it. I'll save most of my, opinions until after it's done. Or, hey, if you ever have me on and I'm not covering an event, I'd love to give you my picks and in what order.
Yeah. How about let me just push you a little bit further. People are going to yell at me in the comments for pushing you. If Laura wins, if Tia wins, people are going to be like, yeah, Tia would have won the games. If Laura wins, people are still going to say Tia wasn't 100%, and that's why I think that I think Laura's going to win, and I want Laura to win so that we can continue the drama and the pressure and the interest in the sport. Do you like that narrative? Not that I'm saying you're going to pick who's going to win, but do you like the narrative that Laura wins and that we get to see another showdown at the games? Do you like that?
I think it could be very cool, man. I think it could be very cool. And don't listen. You don't got to worry about pushing me because I'm going to stay right where I'm at. But I won't make a pick, but I will say that if Laura wins, it only brings more question and more of a reason for us to stay really, really closely tied to the storyline throughout the season. If Tia wins, then the people just kind of lay off and they're like, see, we told you, right? But the beauty is that we don't know, and we can't wait to find out here just in a couple weeks.
Let me show you something else.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you this. Why is what is Laura doing with her social media here? Let me show you this. She did posting this. This is a week ago. Like, she knows the chatter, right? She knows the chatter that, hey man, like she might be the greatest ever, but she got a hole so big that it's like we're never gonna know. Is this her? Like, is this for us? Is this for her? Why post this?
I think
thoughts on the
yeah, I do think it's for the viewers, but I think that there's some momentum that you can build personally. Like, here, let me show you. Like, let me show you what I'm capable of. And then when she takes that in her mind, it's going to justify and or prepare her or put more pressure on her when it's time to perform. And I like to see this because what it does for us is speculate, right? We speculate, well, maybe if they did the dumbbell snatch with strict handstand push-up workout again, the snatch and press workout for a third time, maybe she'd nail it. But here's also what I'll tell you, Sevan, is last year she told Kiki Dixon before she took the floor that she was going to do all 27 this year, last year, and she didn't. Parallel strict handstand push-ups, right? So when I see posts like this, I'm like, cool, show me when it counts, because in training, none of the reps count. So I can't wait. Yeah. And I hope they're there. And I hope she kicks us all in the face with her ability to be upside down. I hope so.
Me too.